That's crazy. It's over here.
Oh, we get on scrap. Three crafty bastards. To my left,
The news.
to my right,
Mr. Classic.
and of course on B Smitty. I don't. Oh.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, technical difficulties. So, we're going to bring you a short segment tonight, brought to you by the Nuge. Nuge, what's nuts?
You know what's nuts?
What's nuts?
Everest. Okay? Like, did you know that May apparently is the only month where you're actually allowed to get a permit to climb this motherfucker?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
because
know that either.
apparently, during all other months in the year, the wind is so bad that it'll literally blow you off the mountain. So they give out permits, or they sell permits, to climb the mountain. This year, they've done close to about, correct me if I'm wrong, it was about 183 permits that they gave out this year. And so far, I mean, even though we're so close to the end of the month, there have been 11 deaths.
Holy smokes.
It's believable though.
Yeah.
And the 11th one just died this morning.
Was that due to people blowing off the mountain, or was that due to
No,
frostbite?
this one was weird because he actually made the news for this one because he was about 62 years old and he was doing that as a bucket list item. He died of natural causes in his tent after he reached the peak. So he started climbing back down, and they said he died of his natural causes.
Hey, big ups though. He hit that bucket list.
He hit
Yeah.
it. He hit
I
it.
hope that was the last thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he hit it, but I think that's absolutely insane that I had no idea that May was the only month that you could do that in. The winds are so bad, but they're up to 11. 11 deaths.
Did you see the movie?
Yes, I did see the movie.
And it's a movie based off a true story, but the type of trials that they go through, going up that mountain and coming back down, it makes it look very dangerous.
Yes.
And I could see if you're telling me that we say 180 people
About 183 people.
apply for permits to go up the mountain
Yes.
and try to come back down or whatever.
Yeah, and they're also
It's-
thinking. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying it's believable that when you tell me the number of deaths, when you look at the percentages of how many deaths of those permits pass away, I mean, it's totally believable. It's no joke. You got oxygen, you got frostbite, you got so many different things that can cause death on the mountain, and people still want to go do it for some reason. I don't understand
And
that.
they're actually thinking about lowering the amount of permits that they give out because you have this short amount of time span and how long it takes to get up there and get back down.
Do you know how long it takes to get up and get down?
I thought it was estimated close to about, on a successful trip, about 2.5 to 3 weeks to do this.
Who? Okay. My first question is, who the fuck's got that kind of time?
Retired people.
Well,
have.
you get your time off work, 2 weeks vacation to spend climbing up and down Mount Everest.
Yeah.
And then what do? You just go back to work and you're like, they're like, hey,
Hey.
man, did you enjoy your time off? You're like, yeah, I climbed
Yeah,
Everest.
exactly.
I made it back down.
That's
How
how
was
it
yours?
goes.
I was the movie.
That's how it goes down, man.
But I think that's kind of crazy. And they're also talking about like lowering the permit amount because of how long it takes to do that. Within about 2.5 to 3 weeks successfully, it's overpopulated on that mountain. Because you can usually, there's a trail that you go up to, but there's so many different base camps that they don't have enough supplies to supply everybody
Gotcha.
going up. So they have to lower the numbers to lower the amount of deaths. Which, I mean, I understand
So,
that, but
so they're essentially playing a percentage game with the people that want to climb Mount Everest.
yes, basically.
Wow.
That's messed
So,
up.
so then I guess that begs the question, man. Is it, if you had the opportunity to do it, would you?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool on that.
I have no problem not doing that.
No, like I would like for somebody that has done it to tell me about their experience. But I think as far as doing it myself, I'm motivated, just not that highly motivated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like football in high school where you're like, oh, I can totally do football. You mean I gotta get up at 5 in the morning to train for this?
See,
I
I would
don't.
relate it. I feel like that's even easier. Like I would relate it to like Hey man, do you want to get on a kayak out in the middle of the ocean where there's the possibility of a whale spouting up next to you? Like, as awesome as that sounds and as majestic as I'm sure that experience is, no. No, because what if I end up on top of the whale? What if I end up flipped over? What if I can't get back over?
What if you get hungry?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you see these people on these standing, like, kayaks, right?
Yeah.
And they're like standing there minding their own business, and next thing you know, a aquatic mammal breaches, or you're swimming with something that you might not necessarily. And you have to remember, what do the animals think that you look like? They think you look like food.
Or that whale that accidentally ate that scuba diver.
I didn't hear about
There was a whale that accidentally
What
ate a
the
scuba
fuck?
diver.
Yeah, the guy was swimming around taking pictures of it, and he's just swimming along doing his thug thizzle, and the dude kind of just got caught in the side of his mouth.
Oh,
Because they're vegetarians, he spit him out.
was his name
Right.
Jonah?
Like in a couple seconds. No, it was not Jonah.
Oh.
But that's crazy. And there's a picture of it where there's a half body of a scuba diver in a whale's mouth.
So did he live?
Yeah, he's only in there for like a couple seconds.
Yeah, but okay. Now that's the story I want to tell after a week vacation.
I don't really want to tell that story though.
Like, what'd you do? I kind of ended up in a whale's mouth, and here I am. Back to making money.
Hey, if I make it past Broadway, I can still have that story.
You're not necessarily wrong on that one. Man, so anything else about Mount Everest? Like I was kind of gently reading about some of the deaths that have taken place over the last 2 weeks on Everest, but ultimately I feel like that's something that I don't want to seek out. I essentially want to sit on my porch and drink beer.
Yeah, I'd rather just watch the movie.
I'm cool. I
Yeah.
don't want to go. I like cool weather. I don't like cold weather.
Yeah,
And there's
I mean,
a possibility of frostbite, so that's a no for me.
There's more than a possibility of
That was a
frostbite.
definite no from me.
Yeah.
So I guess the question begs: is it if you see this, or if you're tuning in, or if you happen to catch this short, would you climb Mount Everest? Do you think you'd take the 2 weeks to try to make it to the top, make it back down, or are you like us and you really just want to sit on the porch and do videos for Facebook and YouTube and drink beer and get beer reviews and
Sounds
possibly
delightful.
cook out? Something to think about. Go ahead and comment on what you would think. If you haven't liked Three Crafty Bastards, definitely like the page. If you haven't shared it with your mama yet, share it with your mama. She'll share it with her friends, which will share it with their friends, which will probably meet more people than your friends because you haven't already shared it yet.
Did you breathe in between that?
You
Or?
see what I did there?
I did.
Yeah, that's a little bit of logic. That's a little bit of logic.
That's the chain. That's the chain.
It definitely is the chain, man, and don't break the chain. So, for Three Crafty Bastards, I'm B. Smith.
The nude.
Mr. Classic.
Anybody got anything to add?
Thank God we're not on
Everest?
Mount
Would you?
Yeah,
would
thank
you,
God we're
yeah,
not on
would
Mount
you?
Everest.
Would you climb Everest? I guess.
This weather doesn't seem too bad.
No, yeah, I could.
I'll take my rainy weather.
I mean, for like 60 days though.
Yeah, over Mount Everest.
Everest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Three Crafty Bastards, man. We're out.